Welcome back. Now we're going to be focusing on, that's right, definite and indefinite. You like that? I forgot the E, but it's okay. I can put it there. Don't sit there and pick on me, alright? So definite and indefinite nouns. So how do they work? Okay, well in Hebrew, we have to understand. I taught you earlier about the fact that definite and indefinite, that every noun first starts out as indefinite. Okay, so let's take a noun, for example, like the word ish. Okay, ish is the word for man. Now, if I saw this word ish in a dictionary or in a Bible, the first thing I could say is, well, this is an indefinite noun based upon just separating this word. If there was nothing attached to it, we're going to pretend there is nothing, okay? So this noun here, ish, just means man. Now, it could be translated as a man or just man. Okay, it's going to depend upon actually the contextualization that we will have to write it based upon what the sentence is actually trying to infer. Okay, so when I want to make, for example, this indefinite noun to become definite, we have to learn about this beautiful little guy called the hey article. Here, when I attach the hey article, I make it ha. Now, don't worry about all these vowel points and stuff yet. Just know that this hey in front of this ish makes the word a man to become the man. Alright? So, if I have a sentence, for example, ha-ish, and I put the words halach, it would be the man went. Period. Ha, the definite article, ish, the noun, halach, my verb. We already know verbs have to agree with subject, right? So, ha makes my noun definite. Now we're going to learn about this definite article a little bit because definite articles are special and important to know about. And why? Well, because they can come in different forms. You see, I can have a dot, for example, exist in the word next to it, and my patah be underneath the hey. And this dot goes in the word here. So for example, if I put here ha-shofet, here you see a dot in the shin, but you see the hey here, I know this word shofet means judge, alright? So ha means the judge, okay? So we're going to understand the fact that when we're looking at nouns, the one way we can find is depending upon whether or not we're going to see a specific consonant that are gutturals, such as the aleph, or the ayin, or the chet. If I find these gutturals in front of hey, I'm not going to see the dot there. The dot's going to disappear, and it's going to become a kamatz. So the kamatz, now, which was once a patah, becomes a kamatz because of these little bad boys, alright? So these guys are going to force it to become the ha. There are times that it may have a hey looking, so it may do this, but don't be afraid. If you just see the hey and you see it in front, just think the word the, period. Okay? It's that easy. Don't worry if it's an eh, don't worry if it's a ah, and don't worry if it's a ha. The same thing, okay? It still is the way for saying the. Now, this only applies to a basic noun. If I want to make a noun definite in a different way, for example, if I wanted to say mishpacha. Mishpacha is the Hebrew word for family, okay? So here we have the word family. In Hebrew, when I have to take a hey noun and I want to make it with a pronoun at the end, I have certain pronouns to choose from. And as you can tell, it's going to follow the same pronouns that I would have period to choose from. So, for example, I can have a yud ending, which will make it my. I can have a chaf sofit with a ptach or kamatz ending. That's going to make it you, masculine. I could have a chaf chataf ending. Chaf sofit, sorry, chaf sofit. I don't even know what I'm saying here. Chaf sofit, alright, with the two dots, which makes it you, feminine. I can have a vav with a dot, which makes it his. I can have a hey at the end, which makes it hers. I can have a nun and a vav at the end, which makes it ours. And of course, I could have kaf and mem, which makes it you plural. Or I could have it kaf and nun, which makes it you feminine plural. Or I could have the mem sofit at the end, which makes it theirs plural, masculine of course. And nun sofit, which makes it theirs plural, feminine of course. So I have a whole list of pronoun possibilities I can choose from, but I have to do something very special to this actual feminine noun. And what's going to happen is I have to take away, I'm not going to worry about my vowels right now, I have to take away my hey and turn it into a tav. And this is going to indicate that I have a pronoun that's going to be attached to it once I see this character. So here I have mishpachti, and mishpachti means my family. Okay? So if I added mishpatecha, mishpacht, mishpacho, mishpachto, mishpacha, mishpachta, her family, mishpachtnu, our family, mishpachtem, mishpatechem, your family plural, mishpatechem, your family feminine plural, mishpachtam, their family masculine plural, or mishpachtan, their family feminine plural. We have to understand that only hey nouns have to have this done. You always have to make the hey into a tav if you're going to add the pronoun endings to it, which makes it definite. This is not the same, however, with masculine nouns. Masculine nouns are pretty cool because they don't have to have any changes done to them. And we'll use like the word sus. If I take the word sus as the word horse, all I have to do is just add the pronoun to it. So if I say susi, all of a sudden it becomes my horse. Or susecha or suseich. Doesn't matter what pronoun ending I add to it. Once I add the pronoun to the end of this actual noun here, I have now a possessive ending. Okay? So now we're going to do is we're going to talk about another form of definite. And it's kind of a complicated one because this is going to be called a noun construct. So this is where we take, for example, the word ben and make it plural, benim, and we're going to take a definite noun, for example, I'll put the word Yonah. So here we have benim and Yonah. So when I'm going to make a noun construct, we have to learn a rule. I have to take off the mem, now it becomes B'nai. Then I drop down my noun here so that my noun goes to become Yonah. So B'nai Yonah is now made definite because of the last actual noun. And in noun constructs, it's always the last noun that has to be definite. And that's how you can make a noun that's related to each other, which almost kind of incorporates I don't know how you put it and stuff, relationship idea and stuff, into B'nai Yonah means literally the children of Yonah. Now, of course, you don't see the hey article here, right? You don't see the hey article here, and you don't need to because Yonah is a definite noun by itself. So Yonah makes the word b'nai actual definite. So I don't need to worry about the hey article. I don't need it. I only need the hey article when I use a noun by itself, such as if I use the word ben, okay, which is the singular form for benim. So if I use the word ben, only then would I need to actually have ha ben. And therefore ha means the son, okay? But since I don't need that, I don't have to put that there. So b'nai Yonah literally makes it the sons of Yonah. So of course you have to know that in here is this indivisible word of, and you have to know that you need to put the in front of here and the at the back. Kind of funky when you're translating, but it's easy to at least identify the fact of the definite nouns, okay? And that is going to pretty much sum up our video for today. So this is about definite and indefinite nouns and how to utilize it and how they work. And we'll see next time when we're going to focus on, in the next video, we're going to talk about the subject that's going to deal with the issues of focusing on how to understand the idea of the the concrete nouns versus the abstract nouns. We'll see you next time.